Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? This is Sammy Legger here representing Team JVS, here to give you guys an official movie review. This is straight from Netflix. I am talking about Beverly Hills Cop 4 Axel F. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of break this down for you guys because it's been about, what, 30 years at least since the third one? And I cannot believe I'm saying this, but it is so freaking hilarious. And I think I know why, but I'm going to go and try my best to break it down for you guys as best as I can. As you can see, the man, the myth, the legend, Eddie Murphy is back as Axel Foley. And this time around, he has to leave Detroit yet again, but now it's because it's a lot more personal because something is going on with his daughter, who is a lawyer, defense lawyer. And she's been caught up into some mess where her life is in danger. So of course, Axel is going to absolutely go back to the city that he loves in Beverly Hills, California, and do what he has to do to protect the one that he loves. So what did I think about this? So I did not think that this was going to be something that that I was going to be laughing hysterically at moments, but I did not feel like this was going to be something that was so faithful and so intentionally authentic to what we knew from the original at every turn. Like, not just having people reprise their roles in this, but just even down to the mannerisms, the certain small nuances, certain moments, like certain classic moments. If you know Beverly Hills Cop, you will get in this movie. That is, to me, actually the icing on the cake. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this really nicely. This may be one of the best Netflix approached movies or remakes that they've ever done. And I think the reason why this work is when you go and compare this to the last Coming to America. The last Coming to America had everybody. It had all the different, you know, callbacks. It had a brand new cast. It had all the original cast. But why was that something that wasn't memorable? Because when you go back to the original Coming to America, you go back to what we just saw from the previous one, Eddie wasn't Eddie Unleashed. What I mean by that is he wasn't just free to be completely who we know him to be in the character role because he was trying to be a dad. He was trying to go and do this. In this one, Eddie Murphy is absolutely the same Axel Foley that we remember. And I think that they understood the assignment when we go back to look at what happened with Bad Boys and we look at why Bad Boys works now. If Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan went back and made another Rush Hour, the reason why that will work is because they are not shielding themselves from being these characters. And that was something that was missing from Coming to America, in my personal opinion, where it is absolutely the same Axel Foley, and I love that. There's no difference in the character outside of age, outside of things that and even with the age, it still doesn't matter because he's just as insane and incessant and his unapologetic self. The thing that works really well in this is because he does have a daughter, there's certain accounts to responsibility. The thing that Axel never did was take up any kind of responsibility for his actions because he just did things. Like he loved doing things. He loved getting away with things. And now he has to answer not only for someone, but to someone because he wasn't there and because certain things that push back on his ideas of what is right and what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. But at the same time, the same crazy antics are happening all throughout. And I also do think that Taylour Paige, who, in my opinion, is very underrated because I think that she nailed it in Zola. As much as Coleman Domingo was an amazing villain in that, she held her own in that movie. And I think she did a really good job in the love interest in the movie Boogie that was in 2021 as well. I forgot to actually mention this was directed by Mark Molloy. Mark doesn't have like a big movie credit to him. He's pretty much done a lot of shorts. And so this is his big directorial debut. For him to get this cast rounded up, and of course Netflix to back it, this to me is an accomplishment, because you don't understand, like, the cast listing that they got the original cast and then some, because all the original cast are also, in addition to Axel Foley, they are their original characters. Like, they're not playing caricatures of their characters. They are playing their characters in another side of life. And I love how they're setting up certain characters to come against, like, the things that they kind of set up until this point, as far as who they were versus what they have to be now for things to function. I think they did a really good job of keeping and maintaining character evolution through certain tones. Like, certain moments are very serious, certain moments, and even if you go back to the original first and second one, there's absolutely serious moments and serious tones, but it's just sprinkled with a lot of foolishness, a lot of crazy antics. And this is no different, but there are moments where there's a vulnerability there. There are moments where you have to actually ponder, like, who's right, who's wrong, what is the right in this situation. And also there's also an unknown past about this. I think that's a negative and a positive. I think that if we would have gotten maybe a flashback, maybe that would have been a little bit more expensive, or we got like a little bit of a excerpt of certain things about what was the falling out with the daughter and Axel. I think that would have been very interesting. They don't really lean into that as much as I think they could have. And I think that would have added a whole nother layer to this, but instead they kind of like, yeah, this is this, and they kind of explain it really quickly when it comes to Jane and Axel's relationship. But because Taylour is such a great actress, she nails every single scene she's in, and she plays it up. Like, she doesn't give Axel any room to breathe. And the other thing about this is they got another amazing actor in this one that I did not expect, and that is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I never thought that we would get such an amazing actor paired with such another amazing actor. And both of them know comedy very well, natural comedy. Both of them, in their own respective right, knows how to play different sides of comedy while maintaining tone, while also being action stars. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was Robin. Heck, he knows action, and he's no different in that respect, because he very much so is an unapologetic cop that's very different, but he would be the Axel of this era, so to speak, because he's playing it by the book, but he's also doing what he has to do. And I love their scenes together are gold. It is hilarious. I want more. I'm not even gonna lie. I want more of them, just them alone, because I think that their shenanigans bring me back to why I love Beverly Hills Cop. Because Axel would always put people in precarious situations just because he's being his unapologetic self from Detroit, not giving a care, and he puts people in terrible situations where they're also at the same exact time becoming their better selves for the worse. That's the best way I can kind of put it. But yeah, this was actually pretty good. I actually really enjoyed it. I can't believe the thing is, saying pretty good, I think, demeans how much I appreciate it and was entertained by this, because honestly, throughout the whole movie, I was laughing. I was laughing throughout the whole entirety of this film. And most of the time, like, if you have like one of the movies like these that are a remake, especially something 30 years later, like, you're laughing a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, this is pretty cute. Like, it's good. No, like, I was laughing throughout. Even when there are moments, and I will say there are moments in this movie that are very over the top. There's a chase scene that happens very early in the movie, and I was like, dog, come on, bro. This is so 90s, but it's just so unrealistic. Like, it took me out for a little bit, but yet the comedic timing of it worked. And again, I've talked about everybody, but the man of the hour, Eddie Murphy, is Unchained Eddie Murphy. Like, he is he looks like he is having fun. He looks like he is not phoning it in. He looks like he's not holding back on random humor. A lot of the times, some of his best humor, and you can go back and listen to behind the scenes, even if you go take Mulan, right? Take Mushu. That man is the king of improv. He will come up on something on a dime, and he does it so effortlessly. And he hadn't had to do that in a very long time. And I love him in that respect for this film, because that's Axel Foley in general. And so I think that because he's able to really just tap back into that and just lose it and go crazy with it, he's got some of the best that he's done in years to me. Like, as far as comedy, as far as action, yes, he can absolutely play serious and drama, and I know he can do certain other things, but I loved him in this. Like, he was so Axel, and this was so fun. This is so entertaining. This also was very violent. Like, this is a lot of death and it's a lot of craziness. And I'm not saying this Bad Boys level is violent or anything like that, but it gets pretty hairy really quickly. And I really appreciate it. And also, there was a level of uncertainty with certain things that they were going to do, certain characters. There's a lot up in the air with it, but I really did enjoy Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel F. I rate this at if I gave it a B to B plus. If I like number rated like 8.5, 8 out of 10, I really enjoyed this film, and I was really thrilled and entertained by it as well. So let me know what your thoughts were. Did you guys enjoy Beverly Hills Cop 4? Do you want more? I'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, people.
Filing out the top of the
I can see the skyline, 50 mile radius on my timeline. Ain't nothing on my mind. Oh Lord.